And after a lot of work, I got my dynabody monolift set up and put in my basement here. Ended up painting it top red, bottom post and stuff black here. Just kind of matches my other stuff in the gym too here. Ceilings on here are 7'3" to the rafters. My old basement couldn't fit this in because it was like 6'7", and there's just no way it'd be able to fit in for it. So here it is set up. I am somewhat limited on the height and depth because of the ceiling or whatever, but it still works for me. This is maxed out on top here. Obviously it kind of hits the rafters, and the height is like 56 1/4 from where the bar is placed on the back. My setting is about, I think, 52, 53 inches, somewhere around there, depending upon how wide I go on my stance. That's where I'll set it at, that height increment there. And this here is the lowest position it goes. You kind of limited here on where it hits the rafters. You can see it. I have my the heat pipes kind of through there, tight fit, but still works. The lowest position is 43 1/4, so it can fit a fairly short lifter, like a kid or so if needed on there. You can see the release and everything just barely fits in there, so that just kind of worked out. I could have moved the heat pipe or something like that, or repositioned the monolift, but didn't need to. Just a tight fit. Of course, everything in my gym is tight fit, so had to squeeze a lot of equipment in. I'm guessing, I haven't measured it or whatever, but I'm thinking my basement's about 1,000 square foot total, kind of in 2 sections divided by the staircase. So, but finally glad to get this in. Took a while to get in. Everything, had it on my old house. Kind of set it up in my sunroom, but it was too hot and too cold really to lift in there and everything. Just ended up buying this, kind of getting this used or so. I dealed some buying and selling some plates to pay for it, so that's how I got it in or whatever, bought it, by dealing plates. So I've been wanting one of these for a while, and just glad to finally get it set up and get in. And like I said in my other video, I had to cut and re-weld the center section there. I also end up having to get a new jack. The jack stopped working on me. Well, when I had it, I don't know, the one guy got some jack oil and everything for it, but it just didn't work. So I cut the old jack out of the this weld base here, tacked it where I needed to, and then re-welded that ring on it for it. So jack seems to be working pretty well. Just got it on Amazon, 20 bucks, like a 4-ton jack, which is plenty for the weight. And that's about it. Thanks guys for watching.